We have been building the top trumps project from the YByte Python curriculum available at www.ybyte.in. In fact, we are almost at the end right now. We just saw how, we redistribute the cards in case of, let's say, the player winning or the computer winning. And we saw the draw case has already been taken care of. In fact, this is pretty much all we need. Really, the last step, remember, is to figure out if the game has to get over. The game will get over the moment the while loop gets over. The reason the game would get over is, well, if any of the two players ends up, let's say, with no cards whatsoever, right? So I can just say, well, if len of, let's say, player, cards is equal to, say, 0, so I have no cards left. Well, let's just say print the computer won the game, and I can set the game over to be equal to true, and that basically will mean that the while loop will get over. On the other hand, let's say I just go and put an elif over here. Same thing for the computer cards, right? If, let's say, length of computer cards were to become, say, be careful here, were to become 0, well, the game cannot go on because computer has exhausted its cards, and I will just declare that the player won the game. And really, that's all we need. In fact, with this done, we can play this game repeatedly. Let's see this in action. All I'll do is that in front of in the very beginning of the loop, I'll just put, let's say, an input, so that I have to I control the flow a little bit here. Let's see this working. When I start this game, it tells me, well, look, click enter to begin. I'll have to do one more enter because of this second input here. Says, look, it's now player's chance. I've got a not very, let's say, high building. Let me choose year build, 1888, looks good. Well, I win this round. It's now computer's chance. Computer chose, let's say, a height, because it must be good. I had a very not so tall building. 186, computer won. When I click enter, notice it tells me, well, again, we have 15 cards each. Now my chance, I've got to choose something. I think I can go with height for this. International Commerce Center, I will go with height. And indeed, I won this round, so it's me. Let's see where we are. Again, computer has won, so we are back. So it was 16 cards, 14 cards. And I think go on. So World Trade Center, let's try time to build. So if I say T, time to build, well, computer won, because remember, for time to build, lower the better. Computer has won this. I click enter, again I win. So it's kind of going back and forth. This game can go on, quite interesting. You can explore different buildings, learn about the world through this, and I hope you found this whole exercise quite interesting. Now, clearly, this game can be enhanced. Some of the most obvious, let's say, enhancements that I can think of. Well, first thing, we can make the computer smart, so that randomly selection, instead of randomly selecting a category, computer makes a smart choice. Like I said, Burj Khalifa, one must choose height, for instance, right? We can introduce toss. We can shuffle in more interesting manners. We can create a training mode where you can say that, look, player is shown all the cards to learn the buildings better. Because remember, winning in this game is not purely luck, unlike, let's say, the card game war. But in fact, there's a lot of, let's say, understanding of the whole cards, right? We have to know which cards exist in this. In fact, on that note, we can allow player to, let's say, add some set of cards. We can bring in more cards from somewhere else. Probably we can, mix categories and so on. We can make the program more robust by handling, let's say, player inputs for, let's say, incorrect categories. And we can make, let's say, a GUI around this. We can make more involved judgments for the winner. For instance, let's say, instead of just looking at one metric, probably we can say a combination of, let's say, year built, let's say, and when it was built and how many years it took. So some more judgment calls can be done. All of this can be done, and I'm sure much more can be done to enhance this game. But keep in mind, bonus comes after basic. So first, let's build the basic project, get it all working, because there are lots and lots of concepts in this. The way we use dictionaries here is quite interesting. The way we started from CSV data, made it part of our game, and built the entire game loop, I thought is quite interesting and a lot to learn from. I hope you found this interesting. As always, if you think this way of learning is something you are comfortable with, As always, if you think this way of learning makes Python very, very, very interesting, look at our website, because that is how we learn Python programming. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.